Hello everyone, I'm going to be doing 2 reviews into one video. In this month to be read, a lot of people voted for a lot of books. Pretty much a lot of them got a lot of the same votes. So I decided to do 2 reviews in one video, that way it's easier. So the books I will be reviewing are Amy and Roger's epic Detour and Sophie Kinsella's The Wedding Night. I will leave the annotations at the bottom if you would like to watch Amy and Roger's or The Wedding Night. What I'm going to be beginning with is Amy and Roger's epic Detour, so by Morgan Matson. So let's go ahead and talk about it. First things first, I will read the book jacket for you. Amy Curry is not looking forward to her summer. Her mother decided to move across the country, and now it's Amy's responsibility to get their car from California to Connecticut. The only problem is, since her father died in a car accident, she isn't ready to get behind the wheel. Enter Roger, an old family friend. He also has to make a cross-country trip and has plenty of baggage of his own. The road home may be unfamiliar, especially with their friendship venturing into uncharted territory, but together Amy and Roger will figure out how to map their way. This book, guys, this book. Wow, it was amazing. So amazing. I can't get over how amazing it was. I went into it knowing it was going to be a cute, fun read, but I didn't know it would have that much of an impact on me as it did. It was amazing. That's all I can say, really. It was just so amazing. Talk about the characters. Amy. I loved Amy. I loved reading this book from her perspective and seeing her struggles and her dilemmas and just watching her throughout this book get so much amazing development. I really loved that. I felt what she felt. She was just an amazing character from the beginning. Absolutely loved Amy. And I just can't say enough that I love watching her blossom and become and embracing who she is and, you know, finally realizing, just coming to terms with it almost. And it was just amazing to watch that unfold. Loved Amy. And the other main character we can talk about is Roger. Oh, Roger. I loved him as well. I just love both the characters in this book, which is rare for me. He was a nice, ordinary guy. Usually with books we get this insanely gorgeous, super strong, or super emotional, or super, you know, anything with books. And with this, with Roger, I felt like he was an ordinary guy. Like a guy I could meet on every, like, in a real life situation, I guess, you know? I felt like, and ordinary is not a bad thing. I think he was gorgeous. I thought he was gorgeous. He was so sweet and so nice, but I just love that ordinariness of him that really came from it, and I love that. I really enjoyed him. And I enjoyed watching his struggles and watching him finally, you know, do the right thing. They were amazing characters. I don't think Morgan Matson could have done better. I just really love them both. Only thing that I can tell you, or that you really need to know, is that you need to go read this book, like, right now. Like, stop this video and go read this book if you have not. It's an amazing, fun. Yes, it is contemporary, but it's a cute, fun read, but I think it comes with more with that. You have to deal with family dying and, you know, coming to terms with that and figuring out who you are again when something that tragic has happened to you, because that's never going to be easy no matter what way you put it. Another thing with this book that I absolutely love, it made me want to go on a road trip, and I've been on road trips before. The last road trip I went on was September, which I went through like 5 states to get to this one state. And I'm not a huge fan of road trips. My husband absolutely loves them, but I'm just, I'm like, take a plane. This book made me want to take a road trip like immediately. And that is because Morgan Matson has made this almost like an interactive book. Not where it's like you fill in the blanks and stuff, but she puts playlists in it. She puts pictures in it. And I really love that. And a fun fact is the pictures from this book, they went to various states, and all these pictures were actually real pictures that the author took. So Morgan Matson went on this actual road trip. She went from California to Connecticut, and these are her actual pictures we're staying in. I really love that she incorporated that into this book. Amazing. And also with that, Roger was a big fan of music, and he put tons and tons of playlists on there, and I just really loved that. And while reading it or reading the playlist, there were bands on there that I loved that I thought no one else loved. Such bands such as the Hush Sound, Sherwood, The Secret Handshake, all those bands, and just seeing them in this book made me amazing. And I love the way they named them, like Road to Nowhere, aka Cruise Control on Highway 50, and I love the different drawings she put in there that tied into the book. I just loved the interactiveness of it. The funnest book I have read in a while. It has definitely become one of my favorites. It will be one of my favorites forever. Definitely one of my favorite reads of 2013 so far, if not most favorite, if that's the right terminology. I highly recommend you go read this. I give it a 5 out of 5. If I give it a higher rating, I would. I adored this book. Definitely a summer read. Definitely go pick up this one. Alright guys, the next book I will be reviewing is Sophie Kinsella's The Wedding Night, and I will read you the book jacket. Lottie just knows that her boyfriend is going to propose to her during lunch at one of London's fanciest restaurants. But when his big question involves a trip abroad, not a trip down the aisle, she's completely crushed. So when Ben, an old flame, calls her out of the blue and reminds Lottie if they're packed to get married, if they were both still single at 30, she jumps to the chance. No formal date, just a quick march to the altar and a honeymoon on Ikanos, the sun-drenched Greek island where they first met years ago. Their family and friends are horrified. Bliss, Lottie's older sister, knows that Lottie can be impulsive, but surely this is the worst decision yet. And Ben's colleague Lorcan fears that this hasty marriage will ruin his friend's career. To keep Lottie and Ben from making a terrible mistake, Bliss concocts an elaborate scheme to sabotage their wedding night as she and Lorcan jet off to Ikanos in pursuit. Lottie and Ben are in for a honeymoon to remember, for better or for worse. Another great Sophie Kinsella. Will I say this was my favorite Sophie Kinsella? Not by a long shot, honestly. This actually might be one of my least favorite Sophie Kinsella books, if I'm being 100% honest. I read Sophie Kinsella books, I'm looking for light, fun, quick, girly reads. With this one, I felt had a little bit more baggage to it. I felt like it had a bit extra drama that I was looking for. Yeah. Characters. With this book, you get two perspectives from both the sisters, Lottie and Bliss. So let's talk about Lottie first. Lottie, I wasn't the hugest fan of Lottie. Yes, I understand she was heartbroken. Yes, I get that. But she seems to make the most rash decisions when she is heartbroken, like marrying somebody right after you get out of a relationship. Somebody you barely know, almost. Yes, I understand sometimes that can work out, but I think a little bit, I would like to have seen a little bit more decision happening or just more thoughts, I think, with Lottie. With Lottie, it's very impulsive. She's quick and she wants to get over things fast, and I didn't enjoy reading that at all. She was moving too fast, and I felt she jumped into a thing to hide, to diminish her problems, and I don't think that's good. I think she needs to come up front and to realize in it. I think she did have some character development throughout the book, especially by the end, but overall, I didn't enjoy Lottie that much. Bliss. I didn't enjoy Bliss that much either. Bliss, she needed control at all times. She wanted to fix her sister's mistake, and she wanted to fix her life, and you just can't do that with people. You have to let them do things on their own, no matter if they're making the worst decision of their life. They have to experience it themselves, at least in my opinion. Bliss just wanted to fix things, and I get that sisterly love. I totally understand that, but I felt like she was just controlling. Overall, I did like Bliss a little bit better. I enjoyed reading her a lot more, and I felt sympathy with her storyline. Overall, I didn't really even enjoy the main characters that much. Even Ben and Lorcan, I was just, I liked Lorcan, I'd say the most, honestly, if I'm pronouncing his name correctly. Overall, I enjoyed this book. I think I'm honestly going to enjoy every one of Sophie Kinsella's books, but this is definitely one of my least favorite Sophie Kinsella's. I don't think it's going to take a lot for I've Got Your Number to be replaced as the #1 Sophie Kinsella book I've read. So, yeah. If I could, I would give it a 3.5 rating, if I could, honestly. Closer to the 4 scale, but not quite a 4 yet. But I do recommend you read this if you are a Sophie Kinsella fan, because her books are meant to be read, but, you know, I didn't enjoy it that much. I didn't love it that much as her other ones. So those are the 2 book reviews I'm giving you guys, so I hope you guys enjoy them. I'll see you guys next time with more book reviews. Bye.